Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Newsweek that was published on November 21st, written by Nicole. Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Newsweek that was published on November 21st and is written by Nicole Goodkind. Congressman overseeing sexual harassment settlements investigated by FBI for campaign fraud. Now, it's funny when you find out, like, not like haha funny, but that ironic funny with all of the allegations going out there with members of Congress. It's one of those ironic funnies to find out that there's actually a settlement fund that's funded by the American taxpayer for this. And now, on the note of haha funny, because it just goes to show the corruption of Congress in general, the congressman who's overseeing it is under investigation for campaign fraud. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Seriously, you cannot make this up. Pennsylvania Congressman Bob Brady, who oversees the settlements paid by Congress for sexual discrimination complaints. Oh, why don't we be honest and say what it is? Sexual discrimination and harassment is under FBI investigation for false statements, conspiracy, and campaign fraud, documents showed Tuesday. Oh, and I'm surprised that Newsweek is actually reporting on this because the guy is a Democrat. And they are like one of the left propaganda pushing outlets, which it's just funny that they're actually reporting on this. Brady, a Democrat, is ranking member of the Committee on House Administration, which gives him power over settlement payments with taxpayer dollars. The office also works to prevent sexual harassment in Congress. Yeah, and this guy is corrupt as all hell. The court papers say that the Brady campaign paid a former judge $90,000 to drop out of a 2012 primary race. Wow. Oh, wow. That's a pretty serious allegation. The judge and one-time Brady rival, Jimmy Moore, was caught and pleaded guilty to falsifying his campaign finances to conceal the payment. Brady's campaign claimed it knew nothing of Moore's attempt to conceal the donation, but Moore's lawyer disagreed. And this is messed up, because the guy that he's paying off is a judge. Or I should say the guy that he allegedly paid off, because there is no verdict. But the guy that he allegedly paid off is a judge. Now, think about that. If he'll take a $90,000 payment to drop out of a political race, what are the odds that he may have, took money for decisions to be handed down a certain way? Gotta wonder about that one. Which just goes to show how screwed up and corrupt our judicial system is, because this guy crossed both lines, as a politician and as a judge, taking bribes. Brady and the defendant agreed and understood that the payment from Brady's campaign would be disguised, attorney Jeffrey Miller said in court. And the deception would include hiding at least some of Brady's funds as the purchase of a poll analyzing the primary matchup between them, notwithstanding the fact that Brady was already in possession of the same poll. Oh, that's funny. He already had the poll and he paid Moore $90,000 for it. That is hilarious. Oh, God. Goes to show the corruption in politics and the judicial system here. The charges of campaign fraud are notable because Brady also oversees the congressional committee that has jurisdiction over raising, reporting, and using campaign contributions for House candidates. Oh, that's just pretty that's just a little bit scary. That's pretty freaking scary. Because imagine what he can do in that position when it comes to those funds. That's Yeah, that's really scary. Brady is also the chair of the Democratic Party of Philadelphia, which financially aids local candidates. Well, doesn't this get more and more interesting? So here he is. He oversees the committee that has the jurisdiction over campaign contributions for the House candidates. He's the Democratic Party. He's the chair of the Democratic Party of Philadelphia, which financially aids candidates. His hands are in the money all over the place, and he's corrupt. I think we should be doing audits with this guy. Anything this guy's had his hands on monetarily as a member of Congress should be audited. I wouldn't be surprised if he skimmed a little off the top, at least in one of his positions. The FBI believes Brady is lying about his knowledge of the concealment and has obtained a search warrant for his emails. There is probable cause to believe that Brady and his associates were involved in the commission of several crimes, including conspiracy, false statements, producing false records, false campaign contribution reports, and violating limits on campaign contributions and expenditures, the court papers say. Brady's email account is likely to contain evidence of these crimes. Yeah, unless he pulled a Hillary and bleach bit it. Oh! I mean, this is just... I'm without... I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm actually without words with this one. Because it just... You have a man in all these positions. He's not only got his hands in the till when it comes to those positions, but he's also the one doling out the money. Seriously, there needs to be auditing of every single position, like every single arena where, in his position as a member of, as in his particular position of Congress, where he's involved in all these different things, they literally should all see an audit. This is disgusting. Wow. Brady's campaign associates were indicted last month, but this is the first time Brady has been named as a focus of the FBI investigation. Well, yeah, because they're using the small fish to get the big fish. And it looks like they've been working their way up to this point. Now, hopefully, we can get this fucker, if he's actually done what he's accused of, throw him in jail, get him out of Congress, and hopefully get someone in who's not nearly as corrupt, or hopefully not corrupt at all, to replace him. Brady, who assumed his office in 1998, is known for paying close attention to his constituents. He often boasts about missing a phone call from former President Bill Clinton because he was helping a woman in his district fix her toilet. Okay, that's just to basically appease the little peons so that they'll vote for him. Nothing more. Brady's office declined to comment on the case and directed Newsweek to his lawyer, who did not immediately comment. Well, of course he's not going to immediately comment. Oh, God. No, he isn't going to comment. His lawyers aren't going to comment. They're hoping to, sidestep this shit. They don't want to say anything any which way. It's scary just how much stuff is coming out now with the beginning of the Hollywood sexual exploits of harassment and rape and that moving over to Congress, and now this. It's just a bunch of it's literally like all these things have been set up like dominoes, and one by one they're getting knocked over. It has me wondering what we're gonna see next. It really does. I mean, it's now to the point where it's more interesting to pay attention to Washington than the dying television type environment of reality TV or fantasy and fiction, and life is turning out to be better than all that. again, like now, finally, again, we are having life better than fiction, you know, than fantasy, than La La Land, than sitting in front of a TV. This is beautiful. Maybe more people will start paying attention and will like actually like have these type of people that are involved in our government and judicial system, like on the note of the judge, being shown for what they are, and this type of stuff, you know, stopping. Anyway, I think I've covered this well enough, so I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.